So our next guest is an American actress, comedian, author, and television personality, known for her roles in Everybody Loves Raymond, Suddenly Susan,
Jamie
and
Foxx.
the classic Jamie Foxx show, and most recently known as a host on The View, where she received a Daytime Emmy Award. The one and only Sherri Shepherd's in the building. What's good?
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing?
Well, we happy to have you here.
It's
Thanks
so
for,
nice
you
to
know,
be
blessing
here.
the Fixxx
Thank you.
today.
Mama, you're so
Hi,
beautiful.
thank you, I appreciate it.
I'm gonna let Codigo start it off. Go ahead, Codigo.
Gosh, she's gorgeous.
All right, so I want to know how is everything going right now that you're working on, and tell us right now what exactly are you working on?
Oh my gosh, so many things. I got my hand in the fire. I got a movie coming out called The Brian Banks Story, and I don't know if y'all remember, it was about a high school football player named Brian Banks in Long Beach at Poly High School, and he got accused of rape by a classmate and ended up pleading no contest against the wishes of his mother, and he got sentenced to 6 years in prison. And then when he got out of prison, he had the pedophile label, couldn't get a job. The girl who accused him of rape came back on Facebook and admitted that she lied.
Wow.
So he got his sentence exonerated. He was supposed to play. He played for the Atlanta Falcons after that.
Wow.
So I'm playing the role of his mother with Morgan Freeman and Greg Kinnear. And then I just finished my show Trial and Error on NBC. That just finished. I'm starting a sitcom on Netflix with Gabriel Iglesias. Starting in 2 weeks. It'll be on the air in October. And I am producing the one-man show of comedian Scruncho. I'm so excited about that, called All I Needed Was a Hug, about his whole journey about being a Long Beach gangster, drug dealer in prison, now stand-up comedian, successful stand-up comic. And I'm so excited to be producing now. So
You're doing
and
everything.
then raising my 13-year-old.
Yeah, that's another full-time job,
my
huh?
God,
I got a daughter that's
yes.
13, and woo, her mood changed like the wind.
Can I tell you, he's moody, sullen, everything he want to do himself. I can't kiss him.
Yeah.
I told him the other day, I said, I don't know who you are. Get the out and give me my son back.
Oh, you can cuss on here. This is
Oh, okay,
this
well,
is
that's
raw.
what I said. Get the fuck out and give me my son back. I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. I don't know who you are. He's like the freaking boyfriend that won't leave. Girl.
So we got my man right here.
Scruncho.
Introduce yourself, Scruncho. Tell
Man,
everybody
y'all
about
supposed to
it.
introduce me. Why I got in? No, I'm just
He just off a plane from
That's
doing
like, that's when you know you gotta step your star game up when you have to create your own credits. So like I've been on all kind of shit, you know. Nah, man. But y'all gotta make sure y'all check out my one man show, man. I've been grinding on it, you know. Some time in this business, you gotta take the long way around, especially when you got that mentality. You know, they taboo that mentality. You know, just that whole hood thing. When you got that hood mentality. Perception is your whole brand is motherfucker dick shit suck motherfucker, you know, but anybody who from the hood know that's really not the case. Being in the hood, when you got that hood mentality, it's really just based around a set of rules. You know, it's really just biblical principles. You know, Jesus went by the same rules, only difference is, you know, he was following God, we was doing us, you know what I mean? But it was the same principles.
I know you talking about gangster rules. I know one of your stand-ups, you was talking about your cousin going cuckoo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah. Nah, he was out in the hood. He didn't understand that this gangbanging shit is real. So he came out here, you know, because Crips and Bloods, they got their own way they communicate with one another, you know. You know, you see, you know, Bloods, they just yell out some shit like, so what?
Yeah.
And that's where they identify to let you know that they Bloods. You know what I mean? And if you're not a Blood, you know, you should just go on by your motherfucking business. But my cousin came out here thinking that shit was a joke. We leaving the Coliseum, bust a left, go to the, we walk through the jungle, and they hit us up. So like, so what? My cousin, just keep walking. This nigga gonna turn around and talk about cock-a-doodle-doo. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's just that kind of stuff. But right now, it's a beautiful thing right now because, you know, the industry made a lot of money off frosting. You know, figured it's a quick burn, you know, but now they realize frosting is cool, but, you know, niggas need some cake, you know. So now, motherfuckers with any type of substance, we kind of relevant, you know what I mean? So.
And I always felt like, you know, based on your stand-ups that I saw, I think you got the perfect, like, aura about you that you should be in, like, one of the Friday movies coming out. I think they add you to that.
Yeah, I'm in the next Friday.
You are?
Yeah, they cast me for the next Friday.
Man, good.
I just
you
met
got the perfect.
Yeah, you know, Cube took a liking to my brand, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it was an honor, you know, but it's a trip how we've been in the same, you know, 15, 20 years I've been grinding. We just really kind of met each other, you know, so it's the way, nothing is what it appear to be.
Yeah.
So like with me, I just stay silent. Like I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't get high. But the problem I got with these bitches, you rather drink, smoke, and get high. I just fuck with you.
Now,
Drugs don't sound bad.
Now, I know you may not know me, but I know you.
Speak on it.
And I used to go to the City of Refuge.
Oh, yeah, that's my church.
Noel Jones.
Yes,
Yeah, Noel
I used to go to
Jones.
the City of Refuge.
Yeah, because when I first started rebranding myself, I wanted to, do a lot of church because a lot of my act is spiritual, but sometimes the mentality is a blessing blocker, but it's also a gift, you know what I mean? So I had to figure it out. And so one thing I try to do is start doing my act and going in church and seeing, am I really this ghetto? Can I make everybody laugh? So I just wanted to get out the hood. And so first I started the churches, but they was really easy because church people just got that spirit where they laugh at anything as long as you don't cuss. You know what I mean? I cussed one time in church. I was doing my act.
Oh, yeah.
I had a big show at the City of Refuge.
I think I was there too.
You was there?
I think I was there.
I was so slick with it when I cussed, right? I said, oh shit. And the church went, guess what I said? I said, the devil is a liar.
Crazy.
So is that how you found a lot of your networking from like starting at churches and then
No. I've been doing comedy. I started doing comedy.
I met you at the Comedy Store way back when, and I had just gotten off the stage, and then they said Scruncho, and this dude walked up, and he had, please, I don't want to get the gang wrong. Was it a blue? It was a blue bandana.
It was blue.
It was a blue bandana. And, because I came from the Valley. I was a Jehovah's Witness. I don't know nothing about He had a blue bandana on, some Dickies, and a white beater. And he had roller skates. And all he talked about was being in the hood and getting shot. And I was like, who is this? Like, they got gang members at the Comedy Store.
Hey, man, the thing about it is people fail to understand when you from L.A. as a entertainer and you're a real West Coast type of got that mentality, especially in comedy. Chris Rock said something to me that kind of fucked me up because he's like, who from the West Coast that ever really blew up? And, when you think about it, it's very few, really none to the level of like a Richard Pryor. If you think of all the great ones in the last ever, only people we really have to represent the West Coast is like A.J. Johnson, Ricky Harris, Faison Love, and that's it. Everything else, they never respected us because L.A. niggas never had a relationship with Hollywood. We was always like, who the fuck, Hollywood was always taboo to us. Yeah. But everybody else in every other part of the country wanted to come. Their whole goal is, I'm going to Hollywood, and we is trying to avoid it much as we, as possible. Now it's kind of turned on us. Because now everybody from the hood trying to go Hollywood, and, we kind of like in back of the line. So
now both of you guys are dope comedians. Do you guys feel like right now there's a crabs in a bucket mentality? Because it's like you have some comedians, they're taking shots at Kevin Hart because they feel like he's the top comedian. But if you really love comedy, everyone's a top comedian to me.
Well, I think even when it comes to Mike Epps and Kevin Hart, I'm always trying to be like when Mike Epps and Cat Williams was beefing, because both of them was my friends. But I tried to bridge the gap, you know what I mean? Then when Mike and Kevin started, beefing, I tried to bridge the gap because at the end of the day, there's no such thing as being the funniest motherfucker in the world or being the funniest. Really, there's only one funny motherfucker, that's Richard Pryor, that you want to keep it 1,000 because he made it. He gave hood niggas life and made us want to do. He influenced everybody that's black want to do comedy because he got a chance to be raw. But other than Richard, it's a hustle, and I don't knock nobody for hustling. I think where Kevin at, he deserved, and I think where you at, you're supposed to be. And I think, Mike Epps, I could understand his point of view too because he hood, and when he see motherfuckers get in like that, Kevin took a different route, you know what I mean? He ain't raw funny, but he marketably hilarious, you know what I mean? And also, I think everybody should but Mike Epps, my dude, I'll never talk against him. But at the end of the day, fuck all that shit, get money. everybody is where they supposed to be. Don't nothing happen by accident.
I think all you guys are dope personally.
Yeah, we all
You know,
dope.
and literally, it's like, everybody's working hard. The comedy is subjective. What makes one crowd laugh may not make another crowd laugh, and so everybody trying to get up out of that barrel, and you should be reaching back and helping people.
Yeah.
That's the thing I do like about Kevin Hart. He reaches back, he helps people. Mike Epps helps people, so it's
because Sherri fucking with me. Guess what? Nobody wouldn't be really fucking with a nigga if it went for Sherri. She took a little.
Probably that gun.
Yeah, she got
on your stomach.
She got a little.
Magnum tattooed on your stuff. That scares a lot of people.
Yeah,
but
she can't fuck with me. You know what I mean? But now all of a sudden, white people acting like I'm something new. She had so many white people at my show, nigga. I swear to God, I thought I was finna get arrested. Motherfuckers in here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But now you finding out. See, back in the days, no disrespect to Gary Owens, but years, motherfucker like Gary Owens, they come in there and say some black shit and motherfuckers go crazy. He got like, I always been envy of Gary, not because his act, but because his white privilege is in black clubs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, but now I found out, I get the same love when I go into white clubs now, or I go into Latino clubs. I can't even get to the stage. They go crazy because everybody wants something real now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
We did a club in Oakland, and it was old white women. I was like, come on, ma'am, come get the autograph with me. And they were like, no, we want Scruncho. Yeah. Like old white ladies.
Yeah, they love it. And Sherri, Sherri brand wouldn't be hot. But when I first started, entering her brand, shit got real because she was like, look, when you get up here, these are not ghetto. I'm on the View. Don't say that word. You know what I mean? So, but it's a real art though, because when you go in front, like funny is a spirit, and you could make anybody laugh, but and nobody really there for the jokes. They there for that spirit. So if you could, that spirit like ability is everything.
Jokes too Scruncho, because if you don't tell no good jokes, you gonna bomb.
Yeah, but they gotta like you though. Like ability is more important than anything. Because if motherfuckers don't like you, fuck your talent. Yeah. If I'm alive right now, it ain't because I was tough. It's because niggas like me. Yeah. I been niggas pull guns out of me like, nigga, you that nigga? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Nigga, tell me that joke again. You know what I mean? So I was in Baltimore. I did a show. So I always like to go to the hoods, right? And so I go to the hoods and niggas see me, they just draw down, right? Yeah. So I'm like, oh shit, nigga, probably a dead man walking, right? So like, yeah. Then I was like, yeah, man. As soon as I said something, they say, you that nigga from How High? I said, yeah, that's me. And just like that, the same niggas finna kill me wanted an autograph. So, motherfuckers, nobody tough. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you survive in this game, it's because they like it. If I leave this motherfucker, I don't give a fuck how funny I was. If you don't like me, you ain't gonna push my brand, period. Because you could be like, oh, if people put their gift over their likability, and you'll realize your gift ain't really shit, nigga. Your likability is everything. Yo. And even with all the internet stars, I love them motherfuckers because we need them. Because guess what? When I went to the Microsoft and seen Sherri Shepherd and Jess Hilarious, I love Jess Hilarious, but guess what? Everybody went in there to see Jess Hilarious. Yeah. And then she introduced Jess Hilarious fans left out, like in Sherri Shepherd. Yeah. So we all need each other. Right. You know what I mean? So when you don't embrace something else, you got next man syndrome. And next man syndrome is the worst shit you can have because that's the quickest way to lose your identity.
And that's just another outlet for comedy. Yes, it's not just a traditional get on stage or get on a show. Like they can get on social media and do their own little
social media has blown up for people, and I love the fact that comics are coming up in social media. You got it, because I think a lot of the old school comics, we give them a hard time, but it takes a lot of creativity and a lot of energy. Thank you. A lot of energy to be, you're still not going to get none, but it takes a lot of energy and creativity to come up with content on social media. I try to do it and I be tired. Yeah. So I love the fact that these social media people are getting on doing their comedy and coming out, because like with Jess Hilarious, she gets a large following. I can introduce her to a world she's never had, and she can introduce an audience to me. So it's a very symbiotic kind of relationship if we let it be that way.
Yeah. And the worst thing you could do is talk to people you ain't. I remember one time I seen an artist. As soon as I see him, I look at this. I ain't gonna say his name. I said, look at this old genie ass nigga, all this foundation on. I should, I was going like that, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking at this old wonderful ass nigga. This mother sitting over here with his amazing looking face. You know what I mean? I started just, I didn't know what I wanted. And then guess what he said? Scruncho, nigga, you my favorite comedian. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful what you think and what you say, because until you meet people, you know what I mean? And the people that gonna fuck you over the most is the motherfuckers who just like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't hate on these beautiful ass, wonderful ass motherfuckers.
You're goofy. But I want to know, since you met Sherri Shepherd and whatnot, so has your crowd been changing? Do you surround yourself mostly with comedians, or is your crowd mostly diverse and whatnot?
I think crowds are changing. My crowds are not changing. I'm not changing my crowds. My crowds are changing towards me, because everything is coming around. Nobody isolated. And that's the beauty about hip hop, because it made everything diverse. Everybody want to cross culture, cross everything. You know what I mean? So it's
tell
dope.
you, my crowds have changed a little bit, because I've been, Scruncho will come out, we'll go and co-headline together, because I get a very mixed kind of crowd, whites and blacks, because from doing The View. And he took me out to, was it Lakewood?
Hell yeah.
He took me to Lake, and these black people's like, I done spent this money. If you don't make me laugh, it's gonna be a problem. And I said, I ain't never. I was
Man,
like,
they was, hood niggas don't feel fuck.
I was like, oh shoot.
I told her just get out there, because they don't really want to give a fuck about your brand. What they give a fuck about is you project. She went out there and shut the house down.
I was gonna do 5 minutes. I think I did an hour.
She did it. She shut the motherfucker down.
Good.
I mean, I couldn't even follow her, because the one thing about real niggas, if you stay away from us long enough, homie,
you gotta be real.
we look like animals.
Yeah.
That's why you can't disconnect from us. You can't lose that identity. That's why they scared of me in the industry now, because they can't fuck with what I do. So them niggas are scared of me. You know what I mean? But they scared of me on stage and off stage, because it ain't what I do, it's what I don't do.
Yeah.
I still
know what I
think
mean?
it's that tattoo of the 357 Magnum on your back.
ain't nothing worse. I got the skit I'm gonna do about old school fade and new school fade. Old school fade to show two niggas fighting, right? Then the new school fade, I'm gonna show niggas on Instagram. Niggas going down now. You going to jail. Oh, niggas,
I want to know real quick. You guys keep talking about your audiences and crowds, how you can go from old white people to gangsters and
I
whatnot.
love your hair. That looks so cute.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
They got
I
pretty
appreciate
smile.
it. Stop making me black. All right. It's about y'all, right? This is about y'all right now. So I want to know, how do you guys know how to approach the crowd? Like, how did you know how to approach that crowd in Lakewood
When
that
I
you
did
were so
Lakewood?
nervous about?
You know what? I think the realer I was, the more authentic I was, the more they liked me. Like, I talked the fact about because I've been married twice, ex-husbands in court all the time, and the judge made me give him a life insurance policy of $500,000. So he took me to court the other day, and he wants to be the beneficiary. So I told Lakewood, I said, he trying to kill me. That's what it is, trying to kill me. And I told the crowd, people don't talk like that. And I said, no, he trying to kill me. And I said to the crowd, I said, y'all have known me from the Jamie Foxx show, from Beauty Shop, from Who's Your Caddy. For 10 years, I have made you laugh. If I disappear, y'all owe it to me to find me. And so I think because I was so real and so raw, talking about my life and not holding it back. Talking about when I found out that the first husband was cheating, and how I tried to go and kill him and bash his car in. Black women, they knew exactly what I was talking about. And so I think that the more authentic you are and the more you are able to share your truth, they can get with that. It's when you try to hide behind something and be who you think you should be. That's when the crowd don't.
Cause they get mad. They get mad at me because I think it's I think we all know how you look at a lot of different cultures and different races, and they all trying to act black. We'll see that they pick up our swagger and they all want to be us. But what we don't see and what we overlook is all the black people that try to cross over, playing golf and shit. I hate golfers. Man, get the fuck off the golf course. Every time black men get on that green, they lose they niggerish. I'm like, homie, why would you golf though? It don't even make no sense. When I see a person golfing, I don't trust them. Nigga, get off the golf course, homie. Get your ass in the gym. Homie, get in the gym and get in the boxing gym, because Donald Trump in office, y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of niggas over there don't really want to exercise. over there trying to pretend to be something they not. Get the fuck off the golf course, nigga. I seen Samuel Jackson on golf. I was all happy. He looked down. I started to slap the shit out of him. And I love Samuel, but I was happy to see him as a fan. And I guess he looked at me like I didn't look appropriate.
Well,
Nigga, I was sagging, motherfucker. So what, nigga? Let me do me.
He had on pink.
You know who I can't say? I can't stand niggas. You know, African American niggas, right? Who always look at niggas and then feel like they have to explain us to white people. You the worst nigga in the world. To me, nigga, you love your people, whatever. Because white people see some fucked up cracker, white people, or whatever. I sound all racist and shit. But when
colonizer,
I know, but when white people see they people looking fucked up, they act like they don't even exist. Yeah. We see our people fucked up, we feel like we gotta explain it to the white people. Man, they need that. That's why I can't make it in the industry.
You see why they gotta explain him to white people?
You see why they can't mess me?
Well, they try to bundle us all together, though.
Yeah, they trying to bundle us.
They just write they fuck ups off.
Yeah,
like,
man, come on, man.
They trailer trash, they this, they ain't.
But the problem with the industry is not the white people, it's not the gays, it's the African Americans who in. And they gatekeepers not to let real niggas in because they embarrassed of us. They so scared that we ain't gonna act like we got some sense. And I'm not. Fuck it.
I was watching the episode of
I
Family
never
Feud.
Make it.
Family Feud?
Yeah, when I saw you on there, Sherri, I was like, this is the first time somebody's made Steve not even look like the funniest person on there. You was on there clowning. I was dying laughing.
Oh my
God.
she
got a Family Feud bit. You see her Family Feud bit when she do Steve Harvey, nigga, I fall out of my seat.
Can I tell you, I was so mad on this Family Feud. I gotta tell you, because they asked, what breaks out? I'm from Chicago. A fight always breaks out. And I said, who y'all surveying? People in Calabasas? And then Steve gonna look at me and sure, don't come on my show, sure. They gonna come cut the camera, come over and talk to me. The nigga, a fight break out. All my family was like, good answer. And I just gotta tell you, on Family Feud, they have it in, when you see the families going, good answer. Yeah. Every time I got around, they was like, what the fuck wrong with you? You better get that answer right. So I'm glad we won.
Man, that's great.
So go ahead and tell everybody once again about the project that's coming out. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media. And lastly, tell everybody what you're working on also on top of what you're working on.
Okay, so I got Mr. Iglesias coming up on Netflix.
Okay.
It'll be out in October with Gabriel Iglesias. Okay. I have the Brian Banks story with Greg Kinnear and Morgan Freeman coming out. It's going to be premiering at the LA Film Festival September 22nd. It'll be out in theaters in December. Okay. Thank you, Viola Davis, because she was busy and I got that audition. Thank you, Mama. And then I'm producing Scruncho's one-man show called All I Needed Was a Hug. It's at the Hudson Theater on Santa Monica Boulevard. You can go to plays411.com or allineededwasahug.com for tickets. And it is it's September 6th through 9th, Thursday through Sunday. I hope you guys can make it because it is a phenomenal show of being a childhood on the streets of Long Beach, to being a gangster, to going to prison, to the only thing that saved this man was God, a microphone, and some laughter. And he takes you through that journey of being able to let go and forgive. It is phenomenal.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man, y'all should come check out my one man show is different. You know what I mean? It's kind of like The Godfather meet Hilarious. You know what I mean? And I had Terry Crews came, right?
Crying.
And in acting, theater, you got what you call a fourth wall. It's not like stand up. It's theater.
Theater.
It's theater. So you got this fourth wall, right? So as an actor, you stand in that fourth wall. But I'm looking out in the audience, I see Terry, and I'm in this scene, you know what I mean? And we go to this deep scene. I look up, and Terry Crews is crying.
He's crying.
No, but he was doing an ugly cry, though, like this.
Devon Franklin was crying. Megan Good was crying.
Wow. Yeah, but it's a dope story, because right now, only thing really working is substance. And anybody with substance who lived it and did it, you know what I mean? And we could tell it. It's a beautiful thing, and I think everybody should come out. Y'all should come out. You coming out?
Definitely.
Yeah, y'all should come. It's gonna be dope. Everybody coming, man.
Tell everybody where they can find you on social
media.
At
the Real Scruncho, and I know all the golfers finna hit me all mad. I ain't know it.
We gonna get you in some pink plaid pants if it kills me.
They already trying to get me on some golf course. I ain't never fucking no golf course. You see me in the club, you better run, come in and hit somebody with that motherfucker. I was just playing, man. I don't like golfing stuff.
Well, I want to personally tell you guys, thank you for coming on the Fixx.
Thank you so much for having us.
Living legends.
Thank
and
you.
I was definitely looking forward to
Man, y'all studio is one of the top. I've been to a lot of
awesome.
studios. This is really kind of fly.
And girl, you are beautiful. I want plastic surgery to look like you.
We're gonna
I'm going
play
in and
that
get my
soundbite.
titties done, but I want to look. Can I get a picture of you? I'm gonna put your head on my body.
Yeah, your hair look
that hair,
beautifully
and that skin.
flammable.
Well, thank you all so much. We'll get you.
Did I say the real Scruncho?
The real
The real
Scruncho.
Scruncho.
Yeah, hit me on yeah, that's it.
So there we go, you guys. That's the Fixx on Dash Talk X with the two legends in the building, the real Scruncho and Sherri Shepherd.
Not legend. She's not legend. She's an icon.
My bad, icon.
Thank you. Get it right.
Icon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap it up, and then we're gonna come back with hour 2. Thank you for tuning in. You can find me on social media at JWelf since '83.
And you can find Codigo Red at Codigo_Red. You better follow me right now.
And make sure you go follow the Fixx audiocast and download our app, and our new website is on the way. That's it.
Boom.